Hi, guys. Good morning and happy St. Patrick's Day. My name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares. So I've got on my green because it's St. Patrick's Day, right? So I hope you guys are enjoying. I know I saw some fun things on Facebook. People were posting about leprechaun things they were doing and all these fun little things for St. Patrick's Day. Actually, I have a leprechaun story too. So my husband and I, if you don't know, we actually got engaged when we were on a vacation in Ireland. And there's actually a little leprechaun in the story who ended up taking our picture. That's kind of what we call him. So if you want to hear the rest of the story about the redheaded leprechaun that disappeared into the wall after he took our picture, let me know and I'll fill you in on that. But just a fun little story for St. Patrick's Day. So St. Patrick's Day means spring break is here, right? For most of us, spring break is right around the corner if you're not in the middle of it. My boys were already into the first week of spring break. So spring break means sun. It's finally warm. It's going to be like almost 80 today. It means beaches. It means swimming pools. It means all those things you're going to be doing, all those activities outside. So what do we want to talk about today? We want to talk about sunscreen and the things that you need to look for in a sunscreen and the things that you need to avoid in a sunscreen. Now, I know when I'm working at the pharmacy, this is a huge hot topic. People come to me and they said, Amy, can you help me find a sunscreen without toxic chemicals and ingredients in it? That's really tough to do because most of the sunscreens out there have these toxic things in them. So let's get into first, why do you want to use sunscreen? I think most people know why you want to use sunscreen. Two big reasons. Obviously, to avoid skin cancer. That's going to be the number one reason why people want to use sunscreen. The second reason is premature aging. If you're out in the sun too much, what's going to happen? You're going to get a lot of wrinkles. You're going to have that like alligator leathery skin, right? Nobody wants that. Does it happen at first? No. But years on down the road, after constant sun exposure, you are going to see that. So those are the two big reasons why we need to use sunscreen all the time, even on a cloudy day, you guys. You can still have those UV rays and still get burnt on a cloudy day. So don't let that fool you. You always need to use sunscreen when you are outside, even when you're skiing. Why? Because it reflects off that white snow. So yes, even when it's cold and snowing, you can still get sunburnt and you're still getting that sun exposure. So let's talk about SPF. So what is SPF? SPF is sun protection factor. Now, when you go to buy a sunscreen, you're going to see all this wide range of SPF. You're like, oh, I need 100. No, you don't. Okay. Dermatologists recommend at least a 30 SPF. At a 30 SPF, you are actually getting 97% protection from the UVB rays. Now, at a 50, which is a big jump from 30 to 50 SPF, right? You're only getting a 98% protection from those rays. So it's not much big of a difference. And the 100 and anything above that, you're not going to see. You will never get 100% protection no matter what, unless you're staying inside away from the windows. So you are never going to see that 100% protection. So at least a 30 SPF. But the key, besides which SPF you're picking, is you have to apply it properly, not just a thin layer. I mean, yes, everybody wants it to soak in. I understand that. But you want to make sure that you apply enough of it. They actually said like a shot glass is what you need for your body, or even more, but at least to the top of in your mind what a shot glass would be to cover your body, the parts of your skin that are exposed. So it's extremely important to do that, but not only to put enough on, but you cannot forget to reapply it. People forget that all the time. They're out there, they're in the beach, they're by the pool, they're doing whatever, and they forget to reapply sunscreen. So at least an hour and a half to 2 hours in, you need to be reapplying that sunscreen. It is so important. So please, those are the main things that you want to be concerned with when you're looking for the right SPF. And the right protection is make sure that you do reapply. We all forget those things. Set a timer because it's easy to get distracted, especially if you're on a beach, if you're in the pool playing, or if you're doing those activities outside, you can easily lose track of time. So those are definitely key. Now, some of these organic UV filters that you will see in these ingredients, what's going to happen? They are actually suspected to cause endocrine disruptions. So what this is, the chemicals, these actually will interfere with our hormones, and these can cause a wide range of problems. Even some studies show even infertility. So these are things that you need to watch for. Now, you're saying they're going on my skin. Yes, because your skin is the largest organ of your body. That's protecting everything else inside. So whatever you're going to put on your skin is going to be absorbed into your bloodstream in about 60 seconds. If you think I'm crazy, try getting a piece of garlic, put it between your toes. See how fast before you actually taste it, because it is getting absorbed through your skin into your bloodstream. And guess what? Next thing you know, you can actually taste that. So you have to protect what's going on inside, because this whole shell is what's protecting that. So it is key that you are careful of the ingredients that you have. The majority of ingredients in sunscreens, yes, they're full of these chemicals. One of them is benzophenone, and it's actually a suspected carcinogen. And you will still see that in a lot of sunscreens. And there is a whole array of ingredients that are suspected to be toxic. These chemicals that I'm referring to. I'm not going to give you a list. I'm not going to go through these words that are this long or extremely hard to spell. But know, and I'm going to tell you what you want to look for. So, but you want to avoid those chemicals. So you're like, okay, fine, those chemicals. So what do I want to look for? What you want to look for are things containing zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Those are the only ingredients approved by the FDA that are actually natural, have natural SPF. So these two ingredients are actually naturally found in the earth. These are minerals that you can find. So when people talk about a mineral sunscreen, this is exactly what they're talking about. They're talking about things that contain zinc oxide and or titanium dioxide. Now, everybody thinks about zinc oxide and the lifeguards, right? With the big white nose and the white marks. There actually are sunscreens that contain a lot of zinc oxide that will rub in very nicely, and you won't have those big white globs. So I can enlighten you more on some of those choices. If you would love to know, just reach out to me. But you don't have to have all that, because that's what most people will think about. Now, these chemicals that I'm referring to, these particular sunscreens are actually banned in a lot of countries. You can't be in the ocean in Hawaii, Mexico, the Great Barrier Reef, all these things. Why? Because they actually will harm the coral reefs. All these chemicals that I'm talking about that are in sunscreens are actually harming the ocean and the things that are living in the ocean. So what do you think they're doing to your body? It's not good things either. So you want to look for those mineral products such as zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Yes, I keep repeating them, so hopefully you're writing them down so you can remember when you are getting ready to go look for your sunscreen. Now, both zinc oxide and titanium dioxide have not been found to reach the bloodstream. The other chemicals that I'm talking about, the ones with the really long names, yes, they are shown, there are traces shown in your bloodstream. So there are a lot of studies going on as to exactly what these chemicals are doing to our body. But like I said, they are definitely showing disruptions in the endocrine system, and some have been suspected carcinogens as well. So it's best just to avoid those things and to look for things that have at least an SPF of 30 with zinc oxide and or titanium dioxide. So I know everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of stuff. And it is really hard when you go out, all those name brands, go to your local department store, your local retail store, right? No, I guess department stores sell those things, but your names that everybody knows when it comes to sunscreens, they're all going to be full of these chemicals. And most of them don't have the zinc oxide because people don't want the white on their nose or the white on their face. Well, you know what? I don't want these chemicals in my body either. So if there's a little bit of white that doesn't get rubbed in, it's okay. Because you know what? You're protecting everything else going on the inside. And everybody should have that same look that you do, because that's what we want. The ones that rub in very quickly and disappear, those are full of chemicals. So that is not what you want. You do not want something that disappears quickly into your skin. You want something that takes a little bit longer because of that barrier of zinc oxide. So I hope this was helpful. If you guys want more information on this, please reach out to me. If you want to know what we are going to use, we're getting ready to go on spring break. So if you want to know what we are going to be using, let me know, because I want to use safe things on my boys and us as well, because it is so important. I don't need those extra chemicals in their body. And if you want more information on topics just like this, reach out to me. My Facebook group is up there, Healthy Living with Amy Gill. And I do things like this all the time. I pop these videos in there. I answer a lot of questions people post to me that message me, because I want to know what you want to learn about. Like I said, right now we're talking about spring and summer and all these things. So this was a topic that somebody reached out to me about, and that I get asked a lot about the pharmacy. So I thought, you know what, it's worth chatting about with you guys today. So I hope this has been helpful. Jump in, ask me. I can send you the link for the group. If you want to know more about the particular sunscreen that we will be packing with us, let me know and I can share those details with you as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Enjoy the gorgeous weather. Get out there, exercise. I think the boys are going to go on a bike ride, and I think I'm going to run right along with them. It is too beautiful not to get outside today and enjoy. So happy St. Patrick's Day. And my name is Amy Gill, your pharmacist that cares.